middle of next year, so that it's out by the fall of 2018.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. But cutting it in half, cutting down the time. Are you cutting down the quality of the story? Are you cutting out stuff that your listeners, I mean your readers, really look forward to in your books?
Not in not in any of them actually, because I spent like the way it works is that like I spend time researching the next one while I'm writing the previous one, if that makes sense. So it's sort of like I'm still spending the same amount of time researching, but I'm just trying to I'm trying to devote all of my attention and all of my focus now on the series, because there was a time when I was writing other stuff as well. And so my hope is that I'll be able to just focus on this now.
Wow, that sounds great, Matthew. That sounds really good. I mean, I would love to. Well, I can't say. I don't know if I would be able to write. I mean, I wrote stuff, quick stuff, that we talked about a year or so ago. But
Right.
Even just doing that, the research, where I thought I could try to get through it, I couldn't.
Right.
I couldn't because you don't want to put something out there that people are like, that don't make sense.
No.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, because my husband is like that. We'll be watching something on television or something, and it'll be something that happened, and he's like, "Well, that doesn't make any sense." We're like, "Well, what doesn't make any sense?" Well, you can't do X, Y, Z and then do A, B, C, because they don't.
Exactly.
It don't match. So it does take a lot of research and stuff to, especially what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, you're going back into biblical theology
Yes.
and
Yep.
and things of that sort. Studying this group that's out in Iraq. It's got to be.
Yep.
Did you say Iraq or Iran?
Yes, I did. Yep, Iraq. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so that's got to be going pretty deep. And some writers, they even travel to those countries, right? Because it helps
They do.
them to get the feel of the culture and what actually would happen.
Right. Luckily, I haven't been able to travel that much, but I've been researching for years, because prior to writing novels, I was in academics. So,
Wow.
I basically, I'm pretty familiar with the research process, and I actually love the research process. I mean, that's probably my favorite part. So, but you're right. I mean, these books in particular do take time, and you can't rush them. Like, I mean, I know some authors who claim to publish like 6 books a year or something, but I mean,
Yeah.
you
They can't really be that good. I mean, well,
no,
not knocking anybody, but I mean, if it can't be that, couldn't be anything intense. It couldn't
right.
really be
That's
anything
my
deep.
feeling.
Like, yeah,
Right,
just kind of
right,
superficial stuff that you could write about that you probably have knowledge of, or it doesn't take much to find out. Um,
right.
the validity of the information and stuff like that. So
Right.
they're probably like that. But you're smart, huh? You're smart.
Well, I don't know. I try to be, but
Uh-huh.
it takes a lot of work. I mean, these I mean, but and don't get me wrong. I don't want to take away anything from anybody either. I mean, it takes a lot of work to write any book. I mean, and finishing a book is quite an achievement. But it's something that you either want to do or like to do or don't.
Mhm.
And you have to hold yourself to standards that you set, and I try to
And
make them
that's
high.
hard.
So it is.
That's hard.
It is.
That's very hard.
Mhm.
Just doing what I did, trying to prove something, but having to go into not territory that's uncomfortable.
Yes.
Having to go into that and then to put that out there, it's like it's it's always in the back of my mind. Okay, because I'm putting it out there, will people see me as such and such? I'm putting it
Right.
out there because I need the information in order to get from point A to point B. So the
Mhm.
information is in between there. You're trying to get to see, but you got A and you got B, and there may be some things that you may not want to put out there. I think that's difficult because it's a book and because it's something that you are writing that people don't take that as a part of you. Just like the acting on television, the actor or
That's right.
actress has to play a certain role. As a it could be an asshole. Excuse my expression, but they may not be that
No,
way
right. Yeah.
in real
That's
life.
right.
But
They
but
have to
that's the
play
way
one.
people
Yeah.
feel. Yes, yes, and it's the same with
It's
the book as the author.
it's true. It really is. I mean, I think it was Truman Capote who said that, don't hold me responsible for anything my characters say or do. I mean, basically,
That's
they have a
good.
life
That's
of
a
their
good
own.
one. Yeah.
Um, and y- and and I will say, like with the series that I'm writing now, it's very controversial. So, I mean, it's like, and I have to be prepared for, reactions to it, which is a whole other sort of thing. But, when you write a certain type of book, you have to be prepared for, people to react. I mean, what else do you expect? Um, but so far it's been great. I mean, it really has been. And I
That's
definitely
good.
want to tell people too, your listeners, that if they are, writers and authors, that they should definitely give BookBub a try, and also if they're readers, if they like to read a lot, sign up, because it's free, it doesn't cost anything, and you get informed every day about books that are really good books that are cheap.
Okay.
So
That sounds
yep.
good. So give us some information where we can find your stuff. You told us about BookBub. Let's tell us about you. Where can we find your stuff?
Uh, oh, okay. Well, you can always go to my website at www.matthewpetersbooks, all one word, .com, and you can find out about my books on my website. You can also, they're available on Amazon, on Barnes and Noble, on iBooks for Macs, on Kobo, and just about every other sort of e-format, and they're also available in paperback as well.
That's right. That's right. And sounds good. Now, what is Guy White? You guys are friends on Facebook. He's an excellent illustrator. Has he did some work for you? Because I know he did one for one of the artists that Nicole that drew her cowgirl and did a really good
Oh,
job with that guy. Yeah, Guy White. Mhm.
that's right. No, I no, he hasn't done any work for me, but I do know who you're talking about. And yes,
Mhm.
oh yes, I enjoyed his
Yeah.
work, his cover design. Yes, very
Yes.
much.
Yes. And he has a cartoon, an adult cartoon series out now. He's
Oh,
an
does he?
excellent
Oh,
artist. Yeah, it's
oh,
called. Let me just stop. You can ask him in Facebook because I will have send you to some cartoon and you be thinking this guy's working it. And it's not. I'm going on very lack of sleep in the past 2 weeks. And it's not.
oh
It's
boy.
affecting my health and everything else. I have to get so unbusy, but I'm taking the month of December off, and I really hope to get some rest because I really need to regroup. I need to regroup
Oh, wow.
so that I don't make mistakes like have the mic on mute doing 30 minutes of a show.
Well.
Woo! Only me. Only Lena. Only Lena. But I definitely thank you for calling in. And, we're going to stay in contact. I have not
Definitely.
forgot about you and what you can do because even if, you know, um, you can't help me in ways that, we talked about. I can use your advice. I can use your wisdom on characters and stuff when I'm ready to do what I would like to do that I told you
Oh,
about
absolutely.
in the future. Definitely I could use your character, I mean your advice on how the different characters should present it and what should I do to bring it to the next level. I think you would really be good at helping me with that. Yes,
I
like a
that would please me
consultant.
very much. I'd be happy to.
And I would
Yes.
definitely put your name on the credits. So,
Thank you.
okay. Yes, well, I'm getting ready to get out of here, and I know you have to go. I thank you so much for Matthew for joining me, and please, you're gonna come back again and again and
I
again.
will. Thank
Okay?
you. Thank you so much for having me, Lena. I really
Okay,
appreciate it.
you're welcome. That was
You take
Matthew
care.
Peters, author, writer. Check him out on Facebook. Bye bye. And on that
Bye.
note, I'm going to say goodbye. And remember to do unto people as you would have them do unto you. And if you just heard the last 30 minutes of the show, that maybe was all that was heard because Lena's mic was on mute. There I go. Okay, I'm going to dig back in my files and pull out some tea, so we'll probably just hear a couple of seconds of it. But um, hey, I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with me. Bye bye. Oh, that's Trace. Why not? Bye bye.